So to bring a bit of more focus than usual, let's find comfortable position, either cross-legged sitting. It could be lotus, could be half lotus. I know some people like to sit like this, and it really helps sometimes if you have a pillow either between your calves and thighs or on the floor between your thighs. And then let's roll our shoulders back a few times, taking nice deep breaths as you lift them up, improving our posture, straightening our backs. Great. And now let's squeeze, squeeze, squeeze on the inhale and exhale, release. Great. Couple more times. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Release your shoulders. Few more times. You can exhale through your mouth. And then you can place your palms on your knees, choosing the position for your palms, maybe on your laps. Closing your eyes if you feel like it. Otherwise, just look at the space in front of you. And keep tuning into your breath. Trying to get to know your breath. Checking what's the nature of your mind today as well. It's okay if your mind is wandering, that's the nature of the mind. Today it might take you in a different direction than it usually does. Every day is different. But whenever you notice it, that your mind gets distracted and you start thinking, just acknowledge it and bring it back to your breath. It may take a couple of moments for your mind to settle down, to calm, and stay focused. It may help you to focus on the sensations that your breath brings. So you might feel the breath around your nostrils, especially as you inhale. You might choose to focus on your throat. Usually we can feel the breath at the back of the throat when we inhale and exhale through the nose. Or your chest, rising and falling as you breathe, with your rib cage fairly engaged. Feel free to take more air in than you usually do, making more space for your heart. Relaxing your belly so your belly can expand as well, especially lower belly. We rarely breathe that deeply. So try to expand your lower belly, below the navel. Nice smooth exhales. Deepening the connection with your breath. And at this point, you probably find it easier for your mind to stay with this experience as well, rather than pulling you away from it. It usually helps to have an intent, to focus on the breath, and have a good reason why you do it, and then your mind will follow. With your inner eye, checking your posture, maybe visualizing your spine. Nice straight column. Visualize your spine, and next time you inhale, imagine you are inhaling through the crown of your head, and the air of light white color goes all the way to the bottom of your spine, and then as you exhale, comes all the way back up. So as you inhale, you imagine you are inhaling light, maybe white light, and it goes all the way down to the bottom of your spine, sacrum, tailbone area, and then slowly coming back. So inhaling and exhaling through the crown of your head. If you notice your spine is not straight, feel free to make any extra adjustments. So lovely white light purifying your spine. As you probably know, nerve system is very related with the spine. There's lots of nerves coming in and coming out. So as you visualize this, you are soothing your nerve system as well. You may want to visualize this white light as if it's a lift in a very tall building, coming all the way down as you inhale, and then going all the way back up as you exhale. And making the most out of the last moments of your meditation. With your awareness, try to follow the sound until you can barely hear it. Deepening your breath, starting with some gentle movements, perhaps your fingers, your toes. With your eyes closed, bring your palms together and give them a little bit of rub, creating heat in your palms. And now cover your face with the palms and open your eyes into your palms. And stay here for a few moments, letting your eyes to get used to being open, protecting them from the light. And slowly releasing those palms, maybe massaging your face a little bit. To be honest, massaging the face is really nice after you wake up, for example, to wake up your body. Now let's stretch those arms a few times in front of us. Great. And then let's take them all the way up, looking up, opening your chest, stretching, opening your shoulders and armpits. Good. Now keep your arms vertical to the ground, parallel to each other, and tuck your chin in, look down. Elevate your spine through the crown of your head. And become aware of the connection your body makes with the ground. So stretch your spine also down through your tailbone. Lovely deep breaths, a lovely straight back. Opening the upper back as well. Trying to reach the sky with your palms. And next time you exhale, release your palms, bring them together behind you, opening your chest. You can leave your palms on the floor, or if you want stronger stretch, then keep your arms straight, palms together, and take them off your mat or floor and away from your body. Choose a comfortable position for your neck. Some of you might choose to look up, some will look down, tucking the chin in, up to you. Lovely deep breaths into your chest, taking those shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades, creating more space for your heart. Great. And stay where you are, maybe release the stretch a little bit, and then lean to one side with your head. So opening one side of your neck and then the other. Staying here, let's do a couple of head rolls. Remembering to breathe. Slowly and mindfully changing the direction. Great. Okay, releasing your palms. Now bring your palms in front of you, one palm on top of the other, and around the level of your heart. Now we're gonna inhale and exhale quite dynamically a couple of times. And as we inhale, we lift one elbow up, doesn't matter which one. And then as we exhale, we switch sides, okay? So quite simple. Let's try to do it for about a minute, but don't go too fast because you may hyperventilate. Feel free to close your eyes. It's a very nice exercise for an emotional release. If you start feeling dizzy, you can always slow down. Or just don't take too much air in. And release. Great. And now take your arms out and wide, but fairly relaxed and soft. Clench your fist. And as you exhale, you're gonna bring your palms together over here, without touching your body. So like that. And it's up to you which hand is on top. You can swap them each time if you like. And if the fists don't feel natural, because this is a good exercise to release anger, you can just keep your palms relaxed. So inhaling as you go nice and wide, exhaling as you bend your elbows. Again, feel free to close your eyes. And exhale any emotions you don't need right now. Roll your shoulders back a few times. Okay, and let's come back to warming up our bodies for next postures. Extend your arms in front of you. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, down. Few times. Slowly, mindfully directing the breath into your wrists. Great, and now on imaginary surface from left to right. Nice fists and rotations. Change the direction. Great, and shake. Okay, let's focus on some twists. So to get there, make sure you're in a cross-leg sitting. Take your arms up as you inhale, and as you exhale, bring right palm on top of the left knee, left arm behind you. Inhale, open your chest, elevate your spine. Exhale, twist, looking over the left shoulder. And now every time you inhale, keep improving your posture, opening your chest, taking both shoulders away from your ears so your neck can be long. And as you exhale, deepen your twist if that feels alright. You can always press against the left knee to deepen that twist. And some of you might choose to chant sound to go deeper every time you exhale. It's nice, simple chanting. Feel free to close your eyes to go deeper into this experience. Lovely, staying there for one more breath. And slowly, mindfully coming back to the center. Cool. The other side. Inhale, arms up. Now left palm, right knee, right arm behind you. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, twist. Looking over the shoulder, right shoulder this time, and making any adjustments you need. So taking those shoulders away from your ears if they're not relaxed yet. And perhaps choosing to chant. If you choose to close your eyes, that's great. It will be more of a meditative experience. But if you choose to keep your eyes open, then check where you can see to stretch the muscles of your eyes. Check how far can you go with your eye gaze. Last breath here. And when you are ready, come back to the center. Very good. Now let's bring those feet together for butterfly. Together, just wrap your feet with your palms and start gentle movements up and down with your legs. And it's up to you. You can choose to go faster with the time or maybe increasing the range of the movement. I remember it was a very common exercise in many martial arts I've done in the past. And after the warm-up, a teacher would stand on our legs to help us stretch them more. We're not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna open the feet as if we are reading the book, maybe using the elbows to press down the legs, because we are going here into a forward bend anyway, bending from the hips, not from the waist. So bringing the chest especially towards your legs. When we focus on bringing the face only, we may bend the spine. That's not the point. We try to keep the spine straight. So bringing this chest, maybe even belly towards the feet. Looking down for a nice straight neck. Inhaling into your groins and letting go of tensions. We usually have this habit to tense the area we are stretching. If you notice that's happening, just take a nice deep breath, directing it into the tensed area. You will benefit more from the stretches when you relax into them rather than resisting them. Good. And release. Extend your legs. Give your knees a little bit of massage. Warming them up for the practice. As usual, reach with your right palm towards the right big toe and stretch this leg a few times in front of you. Don't worry if you can't extend it too much. You don't need to bring a strap at this point yet. You can use the other arm for support behind you to stay in this stretch for a few moments. You can always hold your shin, maybe even thigh from the back, if that helps. Remember to breathe. Good. Some of you will take this leg to the side, opening the hip. So directing the breath into your hip and the back of the right leg. Easing out into that stretch. Good. Release. Now, bring that foot in front towards your face or chest, trying to lifting up at the same time. And the stretch will be stronger on the thigh if you lift that foot higher and keep it vertical to the ground at the same time. So lifting it up, keeping it vertical and pulling towards yourself. Nice. Now hug this leg either with your palms or use your elbow if you have this degree of flexibility, and rock your leg a couple of times from side to side. To increase the stretch, you can always leave that foot higher, making it vertical, keeping your chest open. Nice. Inhaling into your thigh, into your hip, maybe even your groin. Okay, release. And let's do a couple of rotations on that foot, on that ankle. Changing the direction. Okay, and switching legs. So big toe on the left side and stretching that leg a few times. Your hamstring may feel tight if you haven't done any stretches lately. Usually if you practice just once a week, you can feel your hamstrings being tight again. Stay in the stretch when you feel comfortable, choosing the option for your palm. I used to practice yoga daily, and then I really felt a nice progression with my hamstrings. Every day, my body was slightly different. Okay, taking this leg out. Opening the hip. Inhaling into the hamstring, the back of your knee. Good. Cat flexions and extensions as usual. So arms and thighs vertical to the ground, parallel to each other. Inhale, look up, drop your belly. Exhale and round your back. And as you exhale, tuck this chin in, draw the navel in, as well as your tailbone. So keep going in your own pace. Lovely cat flexions and extensions, classic warm-up. And the last one, and then come back to center, to tabletop flat back. When you are ready, ground the left palm down, inhale, right arm, left leg up, parallel to the ground, tuck the chin in, look towards the left thumb. And stretch through the fingers, through the back heel, the foot is flexed. Engage your core. Visualize your spine and perhaps stretch through the crown of your head and the tailbone as well. Last breath. Look up, lift higher and come down. Switch sides. Grab the right palm, inhale, left arm, right leg up. Parallel to the ground more or less. You can always look back to be sure. And stretch. The left foot is nice and flat on the mat. The other foot is flexed. Toes are pointing towards the floor. On the last inhale, look up, lift higher and come down. Great. Now, to improve our lower back, let's do the tiger pose. So, on the inhale, kick back with the right leg without opening the hip. Look up and then bring it towards your forehead. 5 times. The leg is gently bent. And you can extend that leg to the side if you like, keeping it nice and vertical to the rest of your body, engaging your core, engaging your other thigh. Keep looking towards the big toes. Last deep breath, lift higher and release, shake. Great, tiger on the other side. So adjust your position, inhale, look up, exhale, bring that knee towards your forehead. Synchronizing the movement with your breath, allowing your breath to take you from one movement to the other. Great, and on the last one, take that leg out to the side, either bent or stronger stretched with your foot flexed. Engage both legs at this point, lift higher. Last deep breath and release, shake. Lovely. Okay, come back into sitting, so your buttocks on your feet. And make sure you are rather at the back of your mat, so there's plenty of space in front of you. Good. Now, palms into prayer by your heart. As you inhale, rise up on your knees and bring the right leg in front of you. And now shift the weight. Take the weight onto your front knee so that there is a nice stretch on your groin again. Good. Lovely deep breath in. Exhale, extend your arms in front. Inhale, expand them to the side. And exhale, bring them back together. Let's do that again. Inhale, take them nice and out. But this time as you exhale, bring the left palm down to the floor. Good. On the inhale, come back. And exhale the other side, so right palm comes down. Lovely side stretch. Good. Now, next time you exhale, rotate to the left. Nice. Stay here. Bring that back foot up and grab that foot with the hand. Very good. Find your balance. Make sure your legs are not on the tightrope because you will struggle with balance. Okay, and come back to where we started. Now move on to your all fours. And here we'll unfold the downward dog. So spread your palms, fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes under. And slowly start lifting your knees off the mat, bringing your chest towards your knees. Knees, feet are hip distance apart. Start straightening those legs. Heels are up. Maybe lifting those heels higher to stretch your toes. Inverted V shape. As you exhale next time, start bringing your heels down for a full dog posture. If you don't feel the stretch on your hamstrings, try to take those heels a bit out so that the outside edges of your feet are parallel, not the inner ones. Good. Keep pressing through your palms. And inhale, lift your right leg up. And stay here for a few moments without opening your hips. Just keeping this leg nice and high. Maybe even in one line with your back and arms. And bring it down. Move yourself into cobra or upper dog. So we skip the step. We don't have to go all the way down into plank, what we usually do. We can just shift the pelvis, push through the feet, and end up in upward dog. So the difference between cobra and upward dog is that in upward dog we keep arms straight and pelvis rarely touches the floor. It depends on your body, but usually just hovers. Good. And come back to the beginning, sitting with your palms by your heart. Let's do the other side. So rise up, left leg in front of you. Now shift the weight, take it onto your front leg. Good. Extend your arms as you exhale. Inhale, open your chest, take those arms out. And again, exhale, bring your palms together in front. And again, open, inhale. Now, as you exhale, bring right palm down. So, opening the side of your body. And coming back as you inhale. Exhale the other side. Beautiful. And next time, open to the right side. Stay here for a few moments. Check if you can lift that back foot up and hold it. Very good. And release. Come back to where we started, our zero pose. And now, cut. Unfold your dog. So tuck your toes under. This time, lift your left leg up and stay with the left leg up. Check how your right foot is doing. Bring that heel down. Open the hamstring. Inhale into the back of your knee. Keep pressing through your palms as well, lifting it higher. Lifting the back leg higher without opening your hip. And from here, let's move to upward dog. So keeping the arms nice and straight. Knees down, feet flat. Nice long neck, Shoulders are away from the ears. Good. And come back to sitting. So that was our sequence. We'll try to do it a bit faster this time. So on the inhale, rise up and bring your right leg in front. Shift your pelvis so you take your weight on the front leg and extend your arms. Inhale, open the chest, take the arms out. And now go down to the left. Touch the floor. Come back as you inhale. Exhale, go to the right. Inhale, come back. Open to the left side, as if in Warrior Two. Very good. Now check if you can reach towards the back foot. And look towards the front. Maybe finish with Chin Mudra on the front palm. Taking nice deep breaths. It's a good balancing pose, gentle but balancing. And release, coming back to the center. And now second part, come back onto all fours. Unfold your downward dog slowly. Very good. And inhaling, lifting the right leg up. Pressing through the palms to stabilize your posture. Check your left foot. And check your right hip and make sure you don't open it to the side. You simply kick back with that leg and the leg should be straight. Both legs, in fact, should be straight. From here, bring that leg down, move to upward dog or up dog. Stay here for one breath, inhale. On the exhale, come back to sitting. And the other side. So rise up onto your knees as you inhale, left leg in front, shift the weight, extend your arms, inhale, open your chest. And as you exhale, lean to your right, bringing the right palm down, making contact with the floor, coming back on the inhale, then going to the other side next time you exhale. Very good. Now remember, we're going to the side, right side this time, as if in Warrior Two. Stay here or bring that back foot up and grab it with your right palm. Look to the front. Just staying here for one breath and coming back to sitting. Moving into cat, unfolding the dog. Stabilizing the right leg, we are lifting the left leg up on the inhale. Keep pressing through your palms, nice posture. And smoothly moving into up dog. Both feet flat. Nice long neck, shoulders away from your ears. Deep breath in here. And moving to sitting. Great. Okay, from here we'll move to classic sun salutes. So we'll move to the front of the mat. And we'll start standing. So hopefully it's alright for you to stand up at this point. Feet together. So big toes, heels touching. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stay where you are. Inhale, lean back. Back bend, look up. Exhale, bend forward. As you inhale, lift your palms off the mat so you have tabletop flat back. Look up. And bend forward, taking the right leg back. Now bring that back knee down, foot flat, rise up. You can even place your palms on your knee, or some of you will bring palms to the heart. And next time you exhale, extend left arm looking to the left, over the left shoulder, and coming back to the center. And next time you breathe, next time you exhale, the other side. Coming back to the center. Good. Palms down, move into plank, lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra. Come back to all fours and unfold your downward dog. Inhale, now right leg up. So we do both sides in one sequence. Sweep that foot so it's between your palms. Back, knee down, foot flat, rise up, palms on your heart. Inhale, and on the exhale, take your right arm nice and out to the right. Look back. Come back to the center on the inhale, and then the left side. Beautiful. And from here, we're coming back to forward bend. So simply step forward with the back leg. On the inhale, come all the way up. It doesn't matter the position of your feet. Some of you will feel more balanced when feet are nice apart. Let's take a few deep breaths here. And let's start with the next one. Inhale, arms up. Palms together, stay where you are. Inhale, lean back, look up. Push your pelvis forward. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, look up, tabletop flat back. Exhale, bend left leg back. Bring that knee down. Rise up. Stay here or palms on your heart. As you exhale, take this left leg back, left arm back. And to the center on the inhale. Exhale, right side. Maybe spreading the wishes of love, positive energy. Palms down, leg back. Lower yourself down into press up or chaturanga, into stick. And then cobra, rising up, taking nice deep breath in. Coming back onto all fours, unfolding your downward dog. And this time, left leg up. Exhale, place it between your palms, back knee down. Rise up, choose your option. If you exhale, then take it to the right first. Spreading the joy around you with this nice gesture with your palm. And coming back to forward bend, take the back leg forward. And very slowly come all the way to standing. Good, let's take a few deep breaths here. And get ready for another sequence. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, stay where you are, palms together. Inhale, look up, bend back. Exhale, bring your palms down into forward bend, maybe touching the floor. Inhale, tabletop flat back. And then bring the right leg back. Bring the back knee down, foot flat, rise up. And option, if you exhale to the side, start with the left. And then right. Palms down, plank. Chaturanga or going down into stick through a press up to you, and then cobra. On the exhale, come back to dog. And lift your right leg up. Step it through. Back leg flat, rise up. And start with the right. Spreading good energy all around. Maybe feelings of gratitude. And move slowly to forward bend. Step forward with the back foot. And start coming all the way up, taking your time, maybe taking more than one breath. Especially if you have any blood pressure issue, you might want to take it slowly each time we rise up. Okay, last one. Inhale, arms up. Stay up with your palms. Exhale. As you inhale, look up, lean back, open your chest, open your heart. And start bending forward. Inhale, tabletop, flat back. Exhale, and left leg goes back. Check your knee, check your foot, rise up. Palms by your heart if you like, and then exhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Palms down. Plank, and choose the option to lower yourself down. It's easier with knees first. Cobra for the nice deep breath in. And then smoothly moving into dog. Lifting the left leg up and stepping it through. Knee down, foot flat, rise up. Nice deep breath in. Exhaling to the right. Coming back with the palm to your heart. Exhaling left. Good. And coming to forward bend. This time we will stay in a forward bend a bit longer. Spread your feet nice and wide so they are in a forward, in a hip distance apart or wider. Release your neck. Yeses and nos with your neck and head. Make sure your face relaxes as well. Maybe clasp your elbows and rock from side to side. Maybe even ragdoll shakes. Letting go of tensions from your upper back. Good. Release your arms. Inhale, look up, tabletop flat back. Exhale, bend forward. And now, soft knees. Slowly come all the way up. The head comes up last. Very good. And we will stay here, moving into skier. So as you exhale, dropping your arms, floppy arms, coming back as you inhale. So it's a nice movement, coming back up with the momentum. It's very hot today, so if you imagine you are skiing, that may cool you down a bit. Going a few more times. Good. And staying up next time, bringing your feet together, we're gonna sit in imaginary chair. So press your toes, press your ankles against each other. Maybe even your knees can press against each other. Palms together and high up over your head. Now sit in imaginary chair by bending your knees, but without changing too much the position of your back. So you sit down in a chair, you are not bending forward. You are sitting down in imaginary chair. If it's too hard, bring your palms down to your hips. That will be a bit easier. Usually having arms over the head is the hardest option in many, many poses because we have this extra stretch here, extra weight. Keep breathing. Strong legs. Next time you exhale, try to go a bit lower. Sit in your imaginary chair and then come all the way up. Shake your legs. Great. We'll do the same posture, but this time it will be a dynamic movement. So bring your feet together again, press them against each other. Now everyone bringing palms together over the head. You can even extend the pointing fingers. So pointing fingers are nice and straight. The rest of the fingers is nicely interlaced. And now as you exhale, sit in imaginary chair. And as you inhale, rise up. Feel free to gently bend forward at this time if it feels more natural. It's a nice, another emotional release, especially any anger you may feel. Strong breathing. Exhaling as you go down. 10 times in total. So keep going. Good. And release. Use the tissue if you have to. And let's prepare for the balancing poses. And let's start with mountain pose. So again, we'll need the same posture for the feet, the same position. So feet, ankles, knees pressing against each other. Push your pelvis forward. So again, you can imagine there's this tail coming out from your tailbone and you pull that tail in front of you and this shifts your pelvis. In mountain, we also have to have strong buttocks and strong thighs. And there's almost a movement of rotating those thighs, taking them nice and out, the inner thighs. So check if you can get there. Then roll your shoulders back, open your chest. Take your palms nice and wide to the sides. Gently tucking the chin in so that your spine is nice and straight. Staying here for a few moments, taking nice deep breaths. Visualizing you are stretching your spine in both directions, from the crown of your head and down through your tailbone. Mountain pose. It's not a coincidence it's called like that. It's a very good posture for our foundation, giving us not only strength but also confidence. Opening that heart. Maybe even becoming aware of your solar plexus, the chakra responsible for your personal power, which is somewhere under your rib cage and just above the navel. Good. Few more moments. If you like, you can bring your palms together by your heart. And release. Shake if you have to. We are moving into tree pose. Choose your option. Plenty of options. Press your heel by the ankle, knee, groin, or maybe even further. If your knee is fine. If you don't have any knee issues, then bring the front of your foot to the top of your inner thigh, the left thigh, by the hip. Good. Stay here, maybe arms out as if in the mountain pose, by your heart or over your head, up to you. Some of you might even choose to bring the palms together behind you, interlacing the fingers for a stronger chest opener. So people who cycle a lot, people who run a lot, football players, they really benefit from this posture. I used to teach yoga also in corporate environments, so lots of office workers, they also benefited from plenty of chest openers because they were collapsing their chest when sitting in front of a computer. So keep this chest nice and open if you like, or a more gentle version with your palms over your head or by your hips. Finding your balance. It helps to find a balance if you control your eye gaze, choosing one fixed point on the floor or on the wall in front of you, something stable. Now visualize your spine extend through the crown of your head and down through your tailbone. Maybe there is a root coming out from your bottom foot to ground you deeper and stabilize your posture. Good. Now stay here. Some of you will bring palms by the heart and start bending forward. So that's even more advanced balancing pose. So it's not for everyone. Some of you just stay in the tree. It's easier if you can bring your palms down to the floor in front of you, but don't worry if you can't. We won't stay here for too long. If you manage, then try to bring your face, chest towards your leg, the one you are standing on. To come out, bend that leg you are standing on and lift yourself up. Nice balancing pose. Good. Well done, guys. Release and shake. The other side. Ideally, the same option you chose on the other leg. So for me, it will be the fourth stage. So the front of the foot coming towards the hip and thigh. And then choose the position for your palms. Maybe this time you want to go into deeper chest opener by bringing palms together behind you. If you choose so, then take your shoulders away from your ears. And there are many options. You can either keep your palms into prayer at the level of your heart, so fingers pointing towards the sky, or fingers pointing down. So two variants. Good. Visualize your spine. Extend through the crown of your head. And choose whether you are staying where you are or you are going to bend forward. Okay, and if you choose to go forward, then see if you can bring your palms down to the floor. Controlling the movement and then bringing the face chest towards the leg you are standing on. Nice. And to come out, bend that leg and start lifting yourself up, finding your balance and releasing. Shake. Very good. Let's do another balancing pose. And that's gonna be dancer. Some of you might choose to use the strap. You don't have to, you will just go deeper if you have a strap. We will start with the right leg. So ground your left foot. And if you use the strap, it's easier if you actually make a loop with that strap. So most yoga straps, they have little loops here, usually metal ones or plastic ones. And then you can wrap that strap around your foot, either ankle or just the foot itself, so that it's easy to move it. Okay, but let's come back to the actual posture. So spread the toes nice and wide of the left foot to stabilize it, improve the inner arch. And now lift that right foot up towards the buttocks. If you don't use the strap, just hold that foot with your right hand. If you use the strap, then take your right arm over your shoulder so that you can lift this foot this way. Good. Now inhale, left arm up. Exhale and start bending forward, extending through the left arm and kicking back with the back leg. I'm saying kicking back because I wouldn't like you to open that hip. You only kick back. If you have the strap, you might go deeper. You might be able to bend forward more. Try to lift that back foot as high as you can, either through the strap or through your hand. And if you use the strap, you have a nice armpit shoulder opener as well. Good. You might feel a nice stretch on the leg you are standing on, opening the back of the knee. Last deep breath. Slowly with control, start coming out. Beautiful. And prepare to shift your feet. So you might want to move your strap to the other foot if you use the strap. And we'll start with the standing position as last time. This time right foot, spread the toes, improve the inner arch. Nice straight posture. And now lift that left foot up so it comes to your buttocks. If you use the strap, then take that left arm over your shoulder. Good. Maybe tighten that strap if you like. Now inhale, right arm goes up, and on the exhale you can start bending forward, kicking back with the back leg. Trying to bring your upper body to horizontal, but I don't expect you to get there, just that's the direction you're going into. At the same time, you are stretching through your fingers in front, and you are lifting that back leg up, lifting the knee as well without opening the hip. If you do this exercise later by yourself, you can put both palms on the strap and then climb down that strap to bring that foot higher. But we are not gonna do it this time. Release your strap, come out of the posture. Eagle pose. To do eagle pose, just be for now maybe hip distance apart with your knees nice and soft. Now place right knee on top of the other. Easy option. If you struggle with balance, bring all the 10 toes to the floor. If you want something more challenging, hook the toes of the right foot behind your calf or ankle. Okay, now extend your arms and bring the right elbow on top of the left elbow. Now bring your palms together, maybe hook the thumb or actually into prayer if you have this degree of flexibility, and start lifting your arms up, at the same time pushing them away from your face. That's a very nice stretch between your shoulder blades. Stay here or bend forward. It's actually easy because here you can rest your elbows on top of the thigh. Obviously, if your other foot is hooked behind, you will have a nice balancing pose at the same time. Good. Now you have options. You can stay here or move directly into airplane or warrior 3. So before you get there, stabilize your left foot. Make sure your toes are nice and flat on the floor, making nice connection. And then choose to spread your arms nice and wide, bending forward so the front of your body is parallel to the floor, and kicking back with the back leg, so the right leg. Holding this for a few breaths. Strong bottom leg. Warrior 3 simply means bringing palms together over your head. That's a bit harder than the airplane. So choose wisely. Last deep breath. Bring the back foot down so you move into warrior 1. Check your knee. Knee should be over your ankle. Square hips. And there is an angle on the back foot about 60 degrees. Look up, open your chest. Lean back and protect your lower back by pushing your pelvis forward a bit. Good. Palms into prayer, straighten the legs, come to the front. And breathe. Let's take a couple of deep breaths together. Obviously in your own pace. Maybe engaging your arms at the same time. Great. Well, now we have to repeat that sequence on the other side. So prepare. I'm not on the mat so you can see me, but ideally you are on your mat. Soft knees. Now place the left knee on top of the right knee. Choose your option. Harder would be hooking your toes behind your calf. Extend your arms in front of you, and this time you bring the right elbow on top of the left elbow. Unless that's what you've done last time, then switch the direction, switch the order. Lifting your arms up and pushing them away from your face to stretch the shoulder blades. Good. Stay here or start bending forward, bringing the elbows to the thigh and resting here for a few moments. It's actually not that hard, so I encourage all of you to try. Here we have options, but before we get anywhere, stabilize your right foot and then spread your arms to the sides. Take this left leg back, body parallel to the floor, except the leg you are standing on. It's nice and strong. Tuck your chin in gently. Remember to breathe. And if you want to try Warrior 3, if you did this last time, then bring your palms over your head. Strong core, strong breathing. Last deep breath. To come out, place the back foot back at the angle and bend the front knee, Warrior 1. Square hips. Palms by your heart or over your head, it's up to you. Beautiful. And coming back to the center, standing, breathing a few times, oxygenating your body. Good. So we've done Warrior 1. Let's do Warrior 2 as well. Come to the front of your mat. Place your left foot in front and the right leg back. We start on the left to ease the leg from the previous posture. And there is 60 degrees angle on the back foot. The knee is on top of the ankle and you should be able to see your big toe. If you don't see your big toe, maybe the alignment is wrong. Make sure your feet are not on one line. There's a nice gap between them. Now palms can go on your hips to help you with alignment as you move into Warrior 2. So open your hips to the right side. And now spread your arms. To adjust the posture, imagine I'm there to pull you by the back hand, the right hand back. So gently adjusting your spine to keep it fairly vertical. The front knee didn't move. Stay here for a few moments. If it's too easy, then maybe take the back leg back a bit to sink lower and to maybe keep that front thigh vertical to the floor. Check if that's you. You might even feel a nice stretch on the back leg. Now slide your right palm down onto the thigh. Come over, lean back, opening the left side of your torso. Front knee didn't move. And you are stretching through the fingers of the left palm. Inhaling into the left chest, left torso. Now let's shift that. So bring the left palm on top of the front thigh and the right arm comes over. Feel free to open towards the sky, inhaling into the right torso this time. Or just looking to the side. Come out by straightening front leg and releasing, shaking if you have to. We will do it on the other side. So this time your right foot is in front, left foot is back, about 60 degrees angle. This time maybe you know you have to keep them a bit wider apart. And bend the front knee. You should be able to see your big toe as usual. Palms on your hips. And move from your square hips to opened hips to the side, left side this time. Extend your arms. Very good. Make any adjustments you feel are needed. So check the position of your legs. Check your lower back, check your pelvis. Maybe sink lower with your hips. Both legs are engaged. It's not a passive pose. You actually keep engaging your legs to stay in pose. Look to the front, towards the right palm. Good. Now slide your left palm down. Come over with the right arm. Look up. Inhaling into your right chest. Maybe even right lower belly. Keep the legs strong. And switch by bending towards the front leg. And then come over with the left arm. Very good. And this arm is stretching. You are stretching through the fingers. Maybe opening up to the sky, or maybe just looking to the side. Nice deep breaths. Good. And slowly coming out, coming back to the front, and releasing, shaking if you have to. From here, let's move to triangle pose. And if you have a block, it might be very useful. One will be enough, or just a couple of books, up to you. Let's start with the left leg in front. So I'm gonna rotate. So left leg in front, right leg back, the same position of your legs as if you are in warrior. However, this time, bring that back leg a bit forward. So you don't want to keep them too wide apart. And extend your arms as if you are in warrior two. So opening those hips to the side without shifting your feet. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, lean to your left and start coming down with the left palm. Rest it on your block or your leg. Blocks are handy because you have so many options here. And then look up. If you found your balance, you should be able to see your thumb. And imagine I'm there pulling you by the wrist up towards the sky to take this shoulder away from you. Good. At the same time, check where your right hip is. And perhaps you can twist a bit more. And if you use the block, you can always change the position to go deeper, so lower and closer with that palm towards the floor. You can also climb down your foot. Or if you reach the floor already with your fingers because you are that flexible, then maybe you can bring that palm flat. Few more breaths. Both legs are straight. You won't benefit too much if one of the legs is bent, but then do not overextend. I have this tendency to keep my front leg so straight that it actually bends almost in the other direction. That's not good for your knee, obviously. So be mindful of that. Okay, come out by lifting yourself up. And come closer with the back leg. Just a few inches, square hips. Look towards the front of your left foot, palms on your hips. Inhale, look up, open your chest. Exhale, bend forward. And stay with tabletop flat back. Now, check your left hip and pull that left hip back, and you will feel a really nice stretch on the front leg. If you are very flexible, feel free to go deeper. Bring in palms down on your leg or floor. Some of you might have two blocks, up to you. relaxing into your stretch. My body is not very forward bend friendly, but I've seen people who were actually resting on their front leg at this point, resting with their chest. Good. And bend the leg to come out, all the way up. Release your legs. And we are going to do triangle on the other side. So right foot in front, left leg is back, and there's the angle of the back on the back leg. Don't go too far out with the back foot. It's not warrior. But open your hips as if you are in warrior two. Extend your arms. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, lean to the right and then lower yourself down, bringing that right palm down. If your bones are popping, that's a good sign actually. In this pose, it's very common to hear our bones popping out. Choose the position for your palm. If you have a block, you will be a bit more stabilized. It will be easier to look up. Stretch your eye muscles by focusing on the left thumb. Perhaps going deeper as you exhale. Last breath. And next time you inhale, come all the way up. Bring that back foot leg forward a little bit. We are going to forward bend. Square your hips. Place your palms on those hips. Inhale, look up, shoulders away from your ears, chest open. Exhale, bend towards the front leg. And obviously make sure you bend from your hips. So keeping your spine nice and straight. And here, check your right hip and pull that right hip back. Stay here or keep bending forward until you bring your palms down. Both legs straight. So if you can't keep your legs straight, it's better you stay with your palms on your hips with tabletop flat back. And if you choose to bend forward, then bring your chest and face towards the front leg. Inhaling into the back of the front leg. Good. To come out, bend the front leg. And come back to the center for a couple of breaths. And now in front of our mats, we are coming down into Indian squat. So bring your palms into prayer and splay your knees out with your elbows so that your forearms can create one line here. Keep your chest open, so don't bend your back. Instead, try to keep this chest open and work with this resistance you feel from your knees. Taking nice deep breaths, maybe closing your eyes to gather your energy. We are now going to do a couple of stretches while laying down, working with your hamstrings. Another favorite activity, favorite stretch of football players. I used to have lots of rugby players in my classes, runners, cyclists. Okay, get your strap. You will need your strap regardless of your flexibility. It can be belt from your trousers, doesn't have to be a yoga strap specifically. And let's prepare by sitting with the legs nice and long in front. Staff pose. So feet engaged and flexed. Palms by the hips, chest open. Engage your thighs to keep your chest nice and open and back straight. Stay here or hover your palms over the floor. You might even choose to take your arms over your head. Open your chest more, engage your thighs more. Nice 90 degrees angle between your upper and lower body. Good. And here let's start preparing for the forward bend by leaning back and forward a few times, perhaps going deeper each time, engaging our core as well. We will later do boat pose, so that's a nice preparation. And finally, you should be able to reach your big toes. If you can't reach your big toes, use the strap and wrap your both feet. Take a nice deep breath in, nice straight back. As you exhale, start bending forward by splaying your elbows out and bringing the chest and face towards your legs. Inhaling into your knees. Feel free to close your eyes. It might be strong posture for some, especially that sometimes we have emotional blockages in our knees. And by releasing our knees, we can release those emotions as well. So check if there is anything to release, also metaphorically, and let those sink into the floor. Good, and release. Now bring your right foot by the groin. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, bend towards the front leg. And here you can use the strap if you can't reach the foot. Otherwise, stay here holding your foot. And again, bringing the chest and face towards the leg. Directing your breath to whatever it is you are stretching right now. It might be still your hamstring, the back of your front knee. Could be your back, especially on the line between your right hip and your right shoulder. Just relax into your stretch. Surprisingly, it will let you to go deeper, especially when you exhale. As you come out, prepare for a counter pose. Palms behind you, point your toes. Inhale, pelvis up. Drop your head if you like. Breathe. And lift your pelvis higher each time you inhale. Good. Come out and switch your legs. Bring your left foot by the groin. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend forward. Again, bringing the chest and face towards the leg. Okay, and when you release to whatever there is to release, bring your palms behind you, fingers pointing towards the front. Point the toes, lift your hips up as you breathe in. Perhaps lifting higher. And then coming out. Good. Okay, now let's move into boat pose. So bend those legs, hold your thighs, find your balance. You are gonna lift your feet off the mat. So go there when you feel ready. Stage 1, you are using the support, holding your thighs. Boat pose, balancing yourself. Stage 2, releasing your arms, keeping your shins parallel to the ground without support. So using your core more. Whichever you choose, Make sure this angle between your upper and lower body is as tiny as possible. Good. Release, hug your legs and rest. And both stage 3 and 4. If it's too much for you, if you know already, then just repeat stage 2 or 1. Okay, stage 3 preparation. Grab your big toes, lift your feet off the mat, and then try to extend those legs in front of you. If you're really tempted, you might want to try a strap here. I never use a strap in a boat pose, but I imagine it would help if you can't straighten your legs. But to be honest, you can also support your legs by holding your thighs, so you don't have to reach your toes at this point. So that's both stage 3, stage 4 without any support, and making sure the angle is symmetrical on each side of your body. So front and, sorry, not front, but upper body and lower body. Keep there, keep breathing, even if you are shaking. And release and hug. Okay, from here I'll move into swan pose to open your hips. We haven't done many hip openers today. Let's get there by moving into all fours and placing the right knee by the right palm. Extending the left leg behind so it can be nice and flat on the mat. And if your left hip is over the right heel, that's already good. Otherwise, make some adjustments. Some of you are so flexible, you might choose to take that foot towards the left edge of the mat, so further away from your hip. Rise up onto your fingertips. Open your chest. And release tensions you find in your groins. Opening the hip. Using your arms for support if it gets too hard at any point. Swan pose, very graceful. I think some people call it pigeon pose as well. Chest is open, shoulders are away from the ears. To come out, lean to the right so that you can bring the back leg in front of you. And then step it over the thigh so that you have both knees in front of you. One is lying down on the mat, one is nicely bent in front. Now hug this knee, just improve your posture. And from here we are going to quite strong twist on your spine. Prepare by taking the left arm behind you. Now right elbow comes onto your knee. It might be easier if to extend that arm nice and high and then twist and bend that elbow and then press that elbow against the top of your thigh or knee. And then look over the left shoulder. And this time you might twist even more than you did last time in cross-leg sitting. Strong pose. Keep elevating your spine as you inhale, going deeper as you exhale. You can press against that knee with the elbow. If you are very flexible here, you might try to bind your palms. You can hold your wrists together here. To get there, you would have to place your right palm, thread it like a needle between your front thigh and left shin, and then release the left arm so that the right palm can grab the left wrist behind you to pull that left shoulder away from your ear. It's quite a tricky pose, so you haven't done it before. It might be hard to get your head around it. In yoga, we have this phrase, we call certain people binders. So people who choose to bind in this kind of postures, threading their one arm as a needle and grabbing the other wrist. Keep breathing even if the lungs are restricted. Good. And release very slowly. Come back to the center. Hope your legs are fine because we are gonna stay here for a few more moments. We are going to do for the first time proper cow face pose. We only done it partially. To get there, you actually have to stack one knee on top of the other. Now, I don't expect you to do that. I can't even do it myself, but that's the direction you're going into. So the right foot is by your left hip, and the left foot is coming towards the right hip. So basically, your knees are more or less in one line, one on top of the other. Don't worry if they're not touching. Now bring your left palm on top of the upper back and press the elbow down to stretch, opening that shoulder, the armpit. And when you are ready, bring the right palm towards the left palm from the bottom and interlace the fingers. Strap will be handy here if you can't reach your other palm. Otherwise, just use your top, whatever clothing you are wearing, to climb towards so the palms climb towards each other. Nice open chest. The left elbow is pointing towards the sky. Good. And release. And now unfold your legs so you can come back to all fours in one smooth movement. Maybe two. When you get there, place your left knee by the left palm. Take the right leg nice and far away from you, foot flat. Check the position of your front heel. That should be just under your hip. Then bring your palms to each side of your body and rise up, maybe on your fingertips, or maybe with your palms down if you are that flexible or your arms are very long. Chest open, shoulders away from your ears, neck nice and long. Inhaling into your hips, into your groins. Giving yourself the permission to open. And we are opening here the hip, but also the heart. Now remember what we've done last time. We lean to the left side, resting on that left leg for a moment, to allow the back leg come to the front and over the left thigh. So the left leg is nice and bent on the mat in front, and the right leg is bent as well, but with the knee by our chest. Prepare for a twist. We are going to look over the right shoulder this time. So take your right arm back. Inhale, left arm up. Bend the left elbow and press it against the front knee. And look back. Elevating the spine each time you inhale. And twisting more as you exhale. You can always chant, sound over here. If you do like chanting, it actually helps going deeper into the poses. Press against the knee to go deeper if you like. If you like. and release. Unfold, come back to all fours and sit down on your feet. We have a few moments left, so we are gonna lay down on our backs. Strap will be useful again. We are gonna continue working with our hamstrings. So lay down. For now, just take your arms over your head, full body stretch. And hug your knees by your chest and rock from side to side, massaging your back with the floor. Good. Now extend your arms to the sides and drop your knees to one side as you exhale. Inhale, come back to the center and then drop to the other side. The most important thing is that your knees stay by your chest and keep going with your breath. And your shoulders stay on the mat. So as you drop the knees, make sure the other shoulder stays on the mat for a nice stretch. Keep going from side to side, synchronizing the movements with your breath. And the last one. Come back to the center. Okay, time to get your strap. So wrap your left foot. Let's start with the left foot. Wrap it with the strap. And you will hold that strap with your left palm only. The right leg can extend on the floor and the right palm can press the right hip down. So we are not gonna use our right side of the body much right now, but you can use them for support by keeping them down. Now let's do a couple of rotations with the leg in front. So clockwise, anti-clockwise, using the strap to help with that. And now pull that strap towards yourself so that the leg comes over even more, and then lower this leg to your left, pressing down with your right palm on the hip. That's a powerful stretch. Hopefully you can maintain 90 degrees angle between your legs, but don't worry if you can't. Look towards the left big toe. And inhale into your hamstring, inhale into the back of your knee. Strong pose. If your leg is still floating, then maybe bring your elbow down so you don't have to use too much muscles to stay in the pose. Feel free to point your toes down if you want to deepen the stretch. Staying with your breath. And when you are ready, coming back up with that leg, swapping the hands, and now dropping the same leg to the right side. Extend the left arm to the left and look towards the big toe. Again, you can point your toes down to deepen the stretch. Foot is flexed. Hopefully now you can reach the floor and toes can rest on the floor. If so, then lift your left heel higher towards the sky. Good. And come back to the center and release the strap. Time to swap the legs. So wrap the other foot with the strap. Hold the strap with your right palm only. Left can land on the left hip. And let's do a couple of rotations here to warm up that leg and that hip. Both directions. Take a nice deep breath in, pull that leg towards yourself, and then on the exhale, lower it to your right. The elbow can come down to the floor first to give you more support, and then focus on stretching that leg. Toes can go down again. Check your heel, maybe your heel can go up a bit. Prepare to rise up with the leg on the inhale, swap the hands and drop that leg to the other side. So to your left, keep looking towards your big toe, extend the right arm, make sure the right shoulder stays down as well. If you reach the floor, or even if you didn't, point your toes towards the floor and lift your heel up. This will deepen your stretch. You can also pull the strap a bit more if you want to make sure there is a 90 degrees angle between your legs. Or maybe you are even more flexible than that. Remember to breathe, relaxing into your stretches. Good. And release. Take your arms over your head, full body stretch. And hug your knees. This time wrap yourself like a little ball, nose between your knees, and rock. Rest your head down, prepare for Shavasana, the relaxation. I mean, if you have time, you can do an inversion. I try to keep with the time. So we're gonna relax, taking the legs nice and wide. Same with the arms, nice and wide, with palms facing the ceiling. Or if you prefer, you can bring your palms to your belly. Tuning in with your breath. Closing your eyes. And perhaps next time you exhale, you can exhale through your mouth, making a sound and letting go of tensions. Allowing yourself to be as you are, staying with your breath. If your mind gets distracted, just come back to your breath. Come back to the connection your body makes with the floor. That could be your anchor to the present moment. Your thoughts are just like clouds in the sky. They come and go. And you can stay here, allowing the clouds to pass you by. Coming back to your breath when you drift away. You can practice this in your daily life, coming back to your breath, regardless what is it you are doing. Keeping yourself centered. If you like, we can do a little bit of chanting now. Making sound ah as we focus with our inner eye on the legs. Together, take a nice deep breath in and then join me when you are ready. And again, it's more powerful when you make the sound yourself, because then you can feel the vibration. Checking any new sensations in your legs. And then moving to your torso and the sound ooh. Deep breath in. Ooh. 2 more times. Finding any new sensations in your torso. Checking what might have changed. And then moving with your awareness to your head and neck and the sound mm. So letter M. Nice deep breath in for 3 chants. Checking if the chanting help you develop a stronger connection with your body. Maybe created some extra space. And preparing for chanting all 3 sounds. So A, U, M, as you move with your awareness through your body. Deep breath in. Staying with that mind lightness. Really connected with your body. Chanting is a really powerful technique to keep you in your body mindfully. And now following the sounds. Time to wake up so you can start stretching. To be honest, stretching in the bed in the morning is a sort of natural yoga. So stretch your arms, maybe stretch your legs. You can take your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And then bringing your knees towards your chest, hugging your knees and rocking from side to side. Okay, and then rolling onto your left side and resting there for a few moments. Greetings to Ed, who temporarily joined us for a session. And when you are ready, lift yourself up to come to cross-leg sitting. It was a quieting yoga class today, so you might feel a bit different this time. If you feel sleepy, why not to do some face massage? So rub your hands if that's you, and then touch your face, massaging your forehead, temples, your cheeks, maybe even your eyes. Good. Massaging your head. Some of you might prefer more energetic movements, so maybe tapping with the fingers or maybe even fists. Squeezing the neck, squeezing your shoulders, extending one arm and massaging it a bit, and then moving into patting. Patting your chest, lower rib cage, looking to the side, deepening your breath. That really stimulates your immune system. Good. And now switch sides. Massage the right arm and pat your chest. I try to do it gently because there's a microphone nearby, but feel free to really go for it. Maybe even with your fist. Deep breaths. Good. Now we'll massage our belly. So let's start on the left rib cage and then go down, right, up, left. Down, right, up, left. So that's the direction of digestion. So making squares, eventually circles, from one hip to the other, engaging the rib cage here as well. And now massaging your lower back with your palms or fists, patting your bum, extending your legs so that you can pat your thighs as well. Outside, inside, back, and front. Massaging your shins, squeezing your calves. And finally squeezing your feet with the toes. A bit of foot massage here. Listening to your body, your feet, finding out what is it that they need right now. Maybe you want to squeeze the ankles. Great. Coming back to cross-leg sitting and prana mudra, arms over the head. Asking yourself what this pose may symbolize for you. Perhaps that's the right moment to send out an intent for the whole day or week ahead. And then bringing your palms over your head together, crown of your head, touching with your thumbs the point between your eyebrows, your throat, and then your chest. Rolling your shoulders back, taking nice deep breath in for the final chant of the day, Om. With a gratitude towards yourself for the practice today. Thank you. Namaste.